Buddy, I'm counting to 3.
1, 2, 3.
Here are the best action movies of 2024 so far. They are sorted into 2 sections: the top tier, can't miss movies of the year, and the best of the rest. This list will continue to be updated throughout the year and will be sorted in reverse chronological order, so the newest movies always show up first. Number 20, Kill. Kill rewrites the Bollywood action playbook, bringing a level of brutality and gore not often seen in Indian cinema. The movie follows an Indian army commando who sneaks onto a train to Delhi in order to try to stop the arranged marriage the love of his life is being forced into. But when bandits attack the train, he and his best friend are forced to take action, resulting in some of the best action sequences of the year and an unforgettable instant classic for fans of the genre. Number 19, Thelma.
Hello?
Grandma,
Danny? You sound so strange.
I'm in jail.
Oh my God.
Thelma may star a 94-year-old Oscar nominee, but don't let that fool you into thinking that it's anything less than one of the year's best action movies. Much like another movie on this list, Thelma is about an older woman, June Squibb, who gets duped by a phone scammer. But unlike The Beekeeper, where vengeance falls to Jason Statham, in this movie Thelma herself sets out on the path for revenge, albeit a significantly less bloody variety. Number 18, Life After Fighting. In Life After Fighting, former champion MMA fighter Alex Foster is now a quiet martial arts instructor. When 2 of his young students are kidnapped by a human trafficking ring, it's up to him to rescue them and bring the perpetrators to justice. It's a pretty straightforward formula for direct-to-video action. Whether that sounds like a good thing or not is up to you. And while Life After Fighting has thinly drawn villains, inconsistent acting, and some baffling narrative and character choices, it's all in service of the stellar action and Foster's convincing performance as Alex.
Excuse me, sir. When can we get home?
Number 17, The Fall Guy.
In 3, 2, 1. Action.
The Fall Guy is a love letter to action movies and the stunt people who make them special without making them dangerous. It's also one of the year's most fun rom-coms, led with Infinite Charm by Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. These 2 genre mixes may sound somewhat at odds, but the movie blends them exceptionally well, thanks in large part to its array of fantastic stunt work and action scenes, which is exactly how it made it onto this list.
You can make it, you can make it! You can't make it. It's too dangerous! Gotta be stairs! Okay!
Number 16, Baby Assassins 2.
番号札45番の方。
The first Baby Assassins was a delight, and the sequel lives up to the lofty expectations the franchise has already set. It's another great mashup of the assassin thriller with the teen slice-of-life comedy, and stars Saori Izawa and Akari Takaishi deliver once again. This time, Joey Owanaga and Tatsuomi Hamada join as a pair of rival teenage assassins, hunting down our leads in order to try and take their jobs. Number 15, 60 Minutes.
Kannst du die Katze für mich abholen? Geschenk für Leonie. Zwiebel?
An under-the-radar movie from Germany, 60 Minutes has a game cast, a tight script, and an appealing gimmick. As he's about to step in the ring for his next big bout, professional fighter Octavio finds out that if he doesn't make it to his ex-wife's house in the next 60 minutes, she will file for sole custody of their daughter. He decides to flake on his fight and just book it there, angering elements of the criminal underworld who had big money on him to win. The movie takes place in real time over those 60 minutes, as he runs and fights his way across Berlin to his daughter.
Hol nur eine Katze ab.
Sieh zu!
Es 10 vor 6.
Auf deiner Uhr vielleicht!
Number 14, One More Shot.
Let's go.
Securing that dirty bomb is the only priority.
One More Shot's best change from the original is its setting. The first was set in a Guantanamo-style military prison, an environment that made sense for the movie, but was pretty drab, all things considered. Adkins is terrific once again, as the movie makes the most of his considerable skills as an actor and athlete, and this time action legends Michael Jai White and Tom Berenger join him in the cast.
Take him out! Have you got a visual?
Number 13, The Beekeeper.
Everyone, need your attention, please. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
If it was just Statham's charisma, the silly bee hijinks, and the golden-hued cinematography, that would have been enough for The Beekeeper to make this list. But the movie went ahead and hired Jeremy Marinas, John Wick, Chapter 4, to direct the second unit and choreograph the fight sequences. He's one of the very best in the business and helps bring The Beekeeper up into that next echelon of action movies with fast-paced choreography that makes great use of props.
No way he's coming here straight through the back entrance.
I figured I'd give the firefighters a break.
Somebody detain this guy.
Number 12, Mayhem.
I'm asking for a simple favor.
A brutal masterclass in how to choreograph and frame action from some of the minds behind Gangs of London, the French thriller Mayhem. Also known as Farang, is a can't-miss experience for fans of the action genre. Number 11, The Best of the Rest. Trigger warning.
I'm sorry about your dad, but I'm glad you're home, kid.
Jessica Alba stars as Parker, a Special Forces commando who returns home to the Southwest after the sudden death of her father. While there, she unravels a conspiracy in her hometown involving a violent gang. Underestimated by the men who knew her when she was younger and don't know how deadly she is now, it's a neat setup for motivated action.
If you pivot on that back foot, you won't punch like such a little bitch.
Number 10, The Roundup, Punishment.
들어가자.
Few action franchises are as reliable as Ma Dong-seok's The Roundup movies. Their consistency is found in their premise. Big cop punches and slaps bad guys hard. Their positive qualities. Every single thing the tremendously charismatic Ma does in these movies. Their negative qualities. Cringe-inducing police brutality comedy gags. And their performance with audiences steadily dominating the Korean box office.
알아줄게. 내가 책임지고 다 잡는다고.
Number 9, Chief of Station.
They said you had retired.
Direct-to-video action luminary Jesse V. Johnson gets a chance at a low-budget Bond like here, starring Aaron Eckhart, who himself is in a bit of a DTV action star era. Chief of Station is a solid spy thriller that brings back a lot of recognizable faces from some of J's best movies. It doesn't rewrite the spy genre and has a pretty bland script, but Johnson's movies are consistently entertaining and he has a strong eye for action and tension.
We've never stopped being enemies. I'll burn you, and then I'll bury you.
Number 8, City Hunter.
양념치킨 다 너무했다 같다. 자, 캔슬을 시작하겠습니다.
Part action comedy, part sex comedy, City Hunter is the latest adaptation of the manga series about the horniest private detective alive. Jackie Chan previously took a swing at it in 1993 after a survey of his Japanese fans picked said horny detective, Ryo Seba, as the character they'd most like to see him play. While this adaptation lacks some of the breathtaking stunt work of that version, it's still a fun and extraordinarily silly time, with clever action sequences and a non-stop barrage of immature humor. From that description, I'm willing to bet you know where you'll fall on this one.
さすがシティハンター。
次はお前だ。
Number 7, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Basically, Guy Ritchie's take on a real-world version of Inglourious Bastard. Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is exactly as smarmy, bloody, and fun as that premise implies. The movie follows a band of British spies during World War II sent on a mission to disrupt a Nazi submarine blockade. The movie is really never more than a few minutes away from its next spectacular action set piece, whether that's a surprise brawl on a boat, blowing up an enemy camp, or infiltrating a fortress. All of these action beats is punctuated with their own huge moments that keep each one feeling fresh, while Ritchie's signature energetic camera keeps the whole thing moving briskly.
If I'm to do this, I'll need my own team. You won't like them. They're all...
Number 6, The Three Musketeers, Milady. Inspired by films like Gladiator and Raiders of the Lost Ark, Martin Bourboulon's two-part blockbuster adaptation of Alexander Dumas' classic novel brings back big-budget action-adventure period pieces. The costumes and sets are terrific, the actors are pitch-perfect as some of fiction's most recognizable characters, and the action sequences alternate between sword fights and fisticuffs with aplomb. Number 5, Monkey Man.
There you are. You are a beast.
Dev Patel's directorial debut hopefully signals the start of an action movie career for the Taekwondo black belt and former bronze medalist at the 2004 AIMA World Championships. He directed, co-wrote, and starred in Monkey Man, the story of a broken man in India set out on a quest for revenge. But in a classic path for action storytelling, his path to revenge changes his motivation from vengeance to doing the right thing, and he finds a community along the way.
Don't call me son.
Number 4, 1%er.
世の中の大多数の人はアクションにリアルなんか求めてないの。ファンタジーでいいんだよ。
An eccentric meta-actioner with blistering fight choreography, 1%er is one of the most offbeat entries on this list. Real-life cult action hero Tak Sakaguchi stars as a character who is pretty straightforwardly a version of himself, Takuma Toshiro, a self-serious action star who has invented his own martial arts technique and had a cult hit some years ago. 1%er is about Toshiro's quest to make a pure action movie. He's tired of the genre feeling like dance and desires something a little more dangerous.
俳優、アクション俳優ですよね。
Number 3, Land of Bad. Land of Bad pairs up the other two Hemsworths, Luke and Liam, with Russell Crowe in a well-executed military thriller from underwater director William Eubank. It doesn't reinvent the wheel of the genre, and it isn't the kind of pensive war project that spends time wondering about the purpose of all this conflict. Instead, it's high-octane action filmmaking on a relatively limited budget that provides consistent thrills and a lot of tension, and with believable characters.
Weapons away.
Number 2, Badland Hunters.
남산.
There are few joys in life as consistent as Ma Dong-seok hitting the hell out of some dudes. A bizarre sequel, tonally, to the much more serious drama Concrete Utopia, Badland Hunters takes place in a post-earthquake apocalypse, where a group of survivors try to rescue a kidnapped teen from a mad scientist. Number 1, Noryang.
적선의 규모는 총 500여 척으로 외란 이후 최대 규모입니다.
All three movies in director Kim Han-min's trilogy about legendary Korean Admiral Lee Sun-sin are fairly dense historical dramas. But they succeed because of the attention to detail in their intense naval battles and top-notch production design in period work. Noryang, Deadly Sea, the final movie in the series, is no exception.
기어이 완전한 항복을 받아내어야 한다.
Thanks for watching this video today.